Morning, and today we're going to have a look at the history of Mosley Street. So, let's have a walk about. Let's begin. As we join Mosley Street from Pilgrim Street, Mosley Street was built in 1784, 1785. It was designed by David Stevenson. He must have been quite big back in the 1700s because he's the same one that done David Street. And the first house, we had Kilburn House, which is where John Mawson, chemist and druggist firm were, and Joseph Swan worked here. And he worked on photography, and he is famous for Mosley Street because he invented the incandescent electric light, and he tested it out on Mosley Street, and it was the first street in the world to have electric light lampposts. They didn't have them all, they still had some of the gas lights, but he did test it out in the last of the year before they got took out, and it eventually took a while to get his invention sorted. And you've got Churchill House over the road there. And you've got Millers and Carter's Steakhouse. And we're walking across here. I'm going to get across the other side of the road. Our next place, which is actually on the other side of the road, I want a better position. But you're looking up Grey Street. With that building there, number 1 Grey Street, the Vineyards. Back in the 1700s. This was actually the first Theatre Royal, which actually stood, if you can imagine. I'll get put photograph up. It stood halfway across Grey Street, because Grey Street wasn't there then. And it came up to the side, which is Drury Lane. Drury Lane is a little cut through, and the old Theatre Royal did have exits going out onto there. So this building here and then so far were probably, I would say, roughly where the no entry sign is in the middle of the road. You can imagine this is where the Theatre Royal used to be before it moved up onto Grey Street. That's up the back at Drury Lane. For some reason we've got, it stinks of alcohol. And it goes up there and comes up onto the Cloth Market. And then we'll walk further over, and it then leads up onto St Nicholas Square. And now the building, because they built Mosley Street to get a better access east from Cloth Market to Pilgrim Street, they had to demolish some of the area of St Nicholas Church, and stones and statues and even gravestones, and some of it was used in the building of Mosley Street. And back in the day there was like a lantern in the square, but today you've got Queen Victoria. I'll try and find out who the lantern was put up for, erected for. And now you've got Queen Victoria, and she's been there since, I think around about the 1900, 1903 says on the plaque here. And there you've got the start of Mosley Street. You've got the #1 Cathedral Square. But back in the day it used to be the old town hall. Before that got demolished. And I know years ago this used to be a job centre. I didn't know it still is. And you can see it slopes down and then up the other side. That takes in the valley that once led down to the dip at the bottom where the Lord Burn used to go down. When Mosley Street was built, it was mainly for commercials, buildings and shops. As you can see nowadays, it's became quite a place for restaurants. There's a lot of banks and that here. I think it was a Lloyd's Bank, it was Pearl Assurance House was down here. The bank across the road. Now you've got like the Soho rooms, restaurants. If you're wondering where they get the name Mosley from, it comes from Edward Mosley, who was an alderman in Newcastle, and it was named after him. If you like this sort of video, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, hit that notification bell for more videos, stick something in the comments, as we always like reading them. If you've got any future suggestions for videos, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.